I'm here with Dakota Fleming, Luxury, Century 21, and we're here at Parks Ranch in Red Oak, and this is a great estate. Want to ask you, how do you describe this place as something with? How do you describe this as a place with something for everyone?
Well, it definitely can be something for everyone, but I would say it's probably for a very specific person that wants to live in this exact kind of environment. For these types of properties in the $1 million+ range, this one started out as a $4 million property. It's extremely specific buyers, but as far as it being something for everyone, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It's definitely something that everyone will be able to enjoy, whether or not they would ever be able to afford it or would even want to live here, even if they could. It's a beautiful estate. It's almost 7,000, actually it might be more than 7,000 square feet in total. It's so many measurements that it's impossible to get the right number with these kind of larger houses. It's 7 bedrooms, 6 baths. I mean, it's beautiful, and just the custom trim work, the wood log finishings from the custom build of the single current owners. It's basically something anyone could enjoy in any capacity, whether you like a classical luxury or a log luxury. And the land itself is, I mean, it's infinite. 3 ponds. I mean, it's just beautiful. Anyone could enjoy it, even though it's kind of needs a very specific person that would actually want to own it.
Would you say that any family just about could feel comfortable living in this?
Definitely, if price were not like a big question, then yes. Anyone would be able to live in this and would be very happy and comfortable. I mean, it could fit any size family. I mean, it could fit a single person, you know, and a dog if you wanted to, but it could also fit a family. If it currently, you know, a large family lives here, I mean, it could be, you could have 20 kids and it would fit all your needs easily. So yeah, for sure, anyone could live here for sure if price were not a factor. That's yeah.
If someone enjoys hunting in the comfort of being in the country, how much would they enjoy this?
Definitely a lot. I mean, 100% they would. I mean, it's about half of the acreage is covered in trees. It's excellent for hunting. I've almost hit deer every time I come here, so it's excellent for hunting. And there already are, I believe there are several blinds established. I haven't been able to find all of them, but I mean, you know, there's a lot. It's about half coverage is cleared land, pasture land. The rest of it is wooded, and there's several ponds, like I said. There's a stream, and there's always deer and other, you know, huntable animals around here. So yes, a hunter's paradise is something I would definitely call this property amongst its other many names, for sure.
With the nice summers, beautiful autumns, and mild winters, would you say this is a place that people would love being in all year round?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been here in all seasons. I've seen it in spring, summer, fall, winter, and it's exquisite in every season. You don't usually get a lot of snow in southern Oklahoma, but the winters, which are coming up speedily at this point, we're in November here, mid-November, and yeah, I mean, it's not as much snow, but it's certainly beautiful to see the trees. The San Bois Mountains, which lie just behind the property, a lot of the trees are evergreen, so you'll be able to see greenery on the mountains all year round. And when there is snow, it's absolutely beautiful. It basically just frosts the landscape in a white, glittery, perfect adornment, which makes it just irresistibly gorgeous. And also, finally, there's a lot of hills, so you can actually sled, you know, when there is snow. But the rest of the year, it's perfect. I mean, right now it's autumn, and the leaves are just brushing the grass, and the orange and the green of the San Bois Mountains in the back are perfectly in contrast with each other. It's a sight to behold. I think it's my favorite time of year is autumn around these parts. But spring is also a pretty close comparison. It's beautiful.
Red Oak High School is just a few miles away from this estate, and Red Oak has a tradition of winning state championships in basketball, softball, and baseball. If a well-to-do family were to buy this property, how much would they appreciate sending their kids there and having them be involved there?
Well, yeah, they definitely would. It's one of the only options. Well, there are a couple other options. Wilburton and Poto are relatively close by. But yeah, Red Oak schools are the closest options. And I have heard that they do really well in sports and some of the other departments. So I would say that any well-to-do family would most likely send their kids there. And I mean, it would be comparable with any school in Tulsa or Dallas or Fort Smith or anywhere like that. It's just an excellent school system, I've heard. So,
for a business person, what's the potential?
As far as investing and return on investment, like an ROI from this property, it depends on what part you're buying. So obviously the land is separate from the house, but can be purchased together, or or each as its own, purchase. Also the successful ranch business with a current 34 head of cattle, I believe they just told me, and the existing wedding venue business, both of those are separate as well. So there's really 4 different income opportunities here. Even if you're just buying the home itself, we can start with a home with 5 acres. I mean, you can live in it. Obviously, you're not making a lot of money if you live in it. But if you rent out, you can rent out the rooms that you're not living in. Obviously, that would be a potential. But I would say if you wanted to make income from a business standpoint, this would be a ridiculously amazing Airbnb. You already have people coming in droves for the wedding. Obviously, people are going to need to stay for weddings sometimes. So if you had the wedding venue or somebody continued that in the shops that are on the 155 acres, which is the second part, then you could easily let this out as an Airbnb. Probably say it wouldn't do as well as a long-term rental, because this would be about $5,000 a month roughly if you're doing a long-term rental, and there may not be a whole lot of people in that area wanting to do that, but you could easily make more than that in an Airbnb situation. And as far as the land, the 155 acres and the 2 shops where the wedding venue and ranch are, the income potential for that is infinite. I mean, farming, forestry, fishing, probably not a huge fishing operation, there's just ponds here, but any kind of operation like that for commercial purposes would be exquisite. Actually, the next door neighbor is a large commercial establishment, and they're making tons of money, I can assume, from just owning that land there. And then separately, the ranch and wedding venue businesses themselves, whether bought separately or together, those are both very high income opportunities. So just from a business standpoint, this property has 4 potentials that could make a full-time job at least, and probably a lot more than that, a full-time successful business that's already running. So,
thank you, Dakota. How easy is it for someone to arrange visiting this property?
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
How easy is it for someone to arrange visiting this property?
How easy is it?
Yes.
Oh, it's very simple. I mean, just pick a day and time. We're here at an open house now, so people are coming in at any time from the open house period. But yeah, pick a day and time. Usually I like a good day or two's notice if possible. A week would be best, but not necessary. I can make it here anytime. I'm happy to show it to anyone that wants to see it, even if you feel like you're going to be looking at other options. The sellers may want to see like a proof that you might be able to afford it, but it's possible to waive that if they think you're pretty serious about it. But as far as how easy it is to show, as easy as it would be to see a house in a town, or a house that the realtor owns and lives in, for instance. I mean, it's very simple. It would be very easy to show it anytime, any day. Be happy to show you the property. So,
thank you, Dakota.
Thank you very much.